Now with personalized learning and deep data analytics, the platform adapts to the pace and the strengths and weaknesses of the student. So, and the student can learn, it's 24/7. Student can learn at their own availability, at their own pace.
What makes this platform fundamentally different from other generic AI tools which are there in the market?
Understanding where you are weak, understanding what is your strength, and giving you that input and giving the faculty that data so the faculty can really spend more time on your weaknesses.
The knowledge part, the intellectual part can be fully replaced by AI, to be very honest, but not the emotional aspect. See, there are many challenges students have. Sometimes they get depressed, sometimes they get nervous, sometimes they have an attention issue, sometimes they have some issue at their home. So to bring them to the track and on the track and enabling them to kind of pay attention and grasp those concepts and all that. A loving teacher and a compassionate teacher can do wonders, which AI or robots cannot do.
Right. Hello everyone, this is Tejashri with you. A warm welcome to the platform Campus Dekho AI. Today we are going to discuss about education and AI and also how AI can help us to achieve the success. Today we have with us Durgesh Mangeshkarji, who is a founder and CEO of IIT PK, which is a Pune-based coaching center, and also in 24 years he has placed a lot of people in IITs, and also I would say that he is the most beloved person when he will talk about, or he used to talk about education and NEET and JEE preparation, as his last interview went viral. Since 24 years he is working in the education industry and also an art of living teacher, a meditation practitioner. Durgesh ji, welcome to the platform. Namaste. And also we have another speaker in this interview, Dheeraj Agrawal ji, CEO and founder of AI faculty.ai, also a wonderful meditation teacher and also a user of AI and an innovative soul. Let's discuss with Dheeraj sir. Dheeraj sir, welcome to our platform. Namaste. So बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है आज हम इस अलग टॉपिक पे डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, बट ऑफ कोर्स एज अ layman, I know AI मतलब artificial intelligence. Of course, I'm using some applications जैसे कि Claude हो गया, Gemini है, ChatGPT is very popular among everybody. My mother also uses it. So, can you elaborate the concept of AI थोड़ा सा हमारे सारे दर्शकों के लिए?
So AI is inevitable now. It is like, I think, the biggest revolution in technology that mankind is seeing today. And I think it is the biggest after internet, and it is because of internet, of course. But AI, if used judiciously, it can be a very, very big boon, I think.
Yeah. And basically, AI can be used in multiple ways. And it can make the learning journey more enjoyable and, simpler. Right. Difficult things can be made simple by variety of methods. So it's a very exciting time. We are seeing that AI has come, and this is like the best time in 10,000 years for a student to study.
Wow. So on that note, I want to ask the next question. Campus Dekho AI is here. We are, a part of a digital educational revolution. I would say that we are already connected with our viewers in Marathi platform, and now we are launching in Hindi as well. But sir, how IIT PK decided to collab with AI faculty.ai? How did this concept occur to you?
सी आई मीन कैसा हुआ है कि हम लोग पढ़ा रहे हैं, लास्ट 24 साल से पढ़ा रहे हैं, हमारे बहुत सारे टीचर्स हैं, वी आर मोर देन 100 टीचर्स. तो वी आर टीचिंग जेई, नीट, सीईटी, ये सब हम लोग कर रहे हैं. लेकिन ये जब हम काम करते हैं, बच्चों को सिखाते हैं, डाउट्स क्लियर करते हैं, उनके टेस्ट है, टेस्ट का एनालिसिस करते हैं, काउंसलिंग करते हैं, मेंटरशिप करते हैं, तो वी हैव रियलाइज कि देयर आर सम ब्लाइंड स्पॉट्स एंड सम लिमिटेशंस दैट ह्यूमंस हैव, ह्यूमन टीचर्स है, मेंटर्स है. कुछ चीज़ें हम देख नहीं पाते बच्चों के, कुछ वीकनेसेस है उनके, या उनमें इम्प्रूवमेंट करने के लिए कुछ एक एस्पेक्ट्स होते हैं या कुछ टिप्स रह सकते हैं जो हम देख नहीं पाते, बिकॉज हमारे पास वो डेटा अवेलेबल नहीं रहता है रियल टाइम व्हेन दे आर डूइंग समथिंग, व्हेन दे आर स्टडिंग, व्हेन दे आर गिविंग टेस्ट. कुछ पार्ट्स हमारे एनालिसिस में निकल जाते हैं, एंड इट इज़ ह्यूमनली नॉट पॉसिबल टू पर्सनलाइज द जर्नी फॉर ईच स्टूडेंट ऑल्सो. तो देयर वॉज अ नीड. अभी हम इसका एक ऑल्टरनेटिव है कि हम और टीचर्स लगाए और मेंटर्स लगाए और एक्सपर्ट लगाए, बट दैट इज एक्सपेंसिव, इट इज नॉट फाइनेंशियली अफोर्डेबल.
कोचिंग एंड एक्सपीरियंसिंग
उसका एक लिमिटेड बैंडविड्थ है. तो AI has added or a new dimension it has given new vision, new ears, and a new way to look at this whole data that we have, and so that we can suggest to students lot of things, lot of tips, lot of improvement areas we can give them. We can identify where their weaknesses are, how they can improve. So AI is like a sixth sense, which we have been found, which was the missing link for us to improve our success ratio, our retention ratio, or confidence in students.
Wow.
So this was a need. So we felt AI is required. And since AI faculty.ai, they have an excellent platform. They have a team of IITians. So I had faith that something like this, if we get together, something magical can come, and
Wow.
it has come. Yeah.
How excited are you? As you are the Harvard Business School graduate, so you must be looking at a picture in a bigger way. So tell me about that, sir.
I'm super excited. But just to add to what Durgesh said is, our values are very common. And when values are common and you try to create something bigger for the good of the society, I think it manifests. So their concept is like, AI will not replace teachers. He's always said that teachers first. So I like this is what I've been thinking, that teachers first and augmented by technology. So we were on the common grounds, and that's why we built something for the larger good of the society. But I'm super excited.
Okay. Sir, my next question is, what is the exact educational problem you're trying to solve with the help of AI? So as I know that IIT PK actually guides students about CET, NEET, JEE and lots of other competitive exams. So in regards of that, what you will advise?
So I think the biggest challenge in education till now, due to whatever constraints of resources, is the assumption that one size fits all. We have like 40 students in one classroom. There is one teacher who's trying to give their best, but the teacher can only do so much in a 1 hour or 45-minute lecture. And then every student is learning at their own pace. For example, I was not a very great chemistry student, but I was a good student in physics. But in the chemistry class, the teaching methodology was standard across the board for all the students. So what I've learned, what I've grasped, the teacher would not even know. So that is a big challenge, because then I started developing some inferiority complex in terms of chemistry. Like मुझे chemistry नहीं आता है, मैं नहीं कर सकता हूँ. So that, and I did not have an opportunity to learn at my own pace and try to understand concept, because faculty bandwidth भी limited होता है ना.
Right. And also the information which I guess we or the previous AI generation had was very limited, right? So the availability of the resource is huge right now.
Yeah.
That is true.
So that makes it more easy for students as well, right? And the most challenging part about availability of a resource has been vanished because of AI.
Correct.
That will help students learn.
Absolutely. And another thing is that, see, I mean, in a coaching institution like ours, we segregate batches based on students' competency. So we do understand that, like he said, like Dheeraj said, one size shouldn't fit all, and it doesn't fit all. So one type of teaching doesn't suit everybody. So at least in IIT-PK, we have followed this differentiated teaching testing methodology. So we do segregate students into different batches. But within that batch also, there is not 100% homogeneity. There is heterogeneity. So therefore, as you rightly identified, there are 40 students which we have in our class. Everybody has a different learning pace, different understanding. So for a teacher, he has to go, he has 3 hours at his disposal in a class. He has to teach that concept, solve problems, and answer those doubts which come. But there are some students who are not asking doubts. Some students don't even understand that they have not understood. So how do you recognize all these things? So from generalization to personalization, this is a very big requirement. It's not just segregating batches. Segmenting students into different batches is already something which we do, and many other coaching also do. But within that, there is personalization now required. Personalization problem cannot be solved by humans. This only AI can solve. And that's where this issue comes.
That's really wonderful, as myself, I'm a teacher, so it really is enlightening me as well. So my next question goes to, as I'm a teacher, I have a fear as well that will AI replace teachers? A lot of my fellow colleagues also discuss about that, in different industries, AI is replacing humans. So what do you think? Do you believe AI will, replace teachers or empower them?
You want to take this?
Okay, so a teacher who knows how to use AI will not be replaced.
Okay,
number one. So you have to just have to upgrade your skills and you will be safe as a teacher. But broadly speaking, at the level of an institute, whether it is school, college, university, or a coaching institution, there is a lot of scope for collaboration between teachers and AI. So you can make the whole learning journey, as I said, more personalized for the student. The teachers can get real-time data about each student. So teacher can teach more effectively. Let's say I took a class today, I taught something today. Let's say I taught rotational mechanics, a tough topic in JEE syllabus. I know it is usually difficult. And half the class was nodding their head but didn't understand it fully. So the next time I come, I tell them to engage with this AI platform and solve some basic questions based on what I teach. Then I can just, on the dashboard, I can get to know a heat map as to which student understood what and what they did not understand in what I taught. Based on that, I can tune my next lecture. So I can teach more effectively. So I think AI and teachers will collaborate with each other. The future is maybe teacher-led, but AI augmented, as Dheeraj rightly said. So this is what I feel. There is no need for teachers to fear. If you refuse to be updated, if you refuse to use AI, yes, then you're vulnerable.
Yeah, and of course, your students will judge you a lot.
Of course.
The next question is, sir, what kind of qualities a teacher must have so it should not get replaced by AI? Because, of course, human touch and attention is really needed for a child to grow.
No, I mean, the really remarkable quality of a teacher is, it's not just intellectual exchange, right, of information or concepts you are doing. It's an emotional exchange also. So teaching is a dual mode process where you are having exchange of emotions between teacher and student and exchange of knowledge. Both are happening. The knowledge part, the intellectual part can be fully replaced by AI, to be very honest, but not the emotional aspect. And therefore, the teacher will always remain. And that's the asset of the teacher. So the teacher lovingly takes care of each child with a sense of belongingness, guides them step by step. See, there are many challenges students have. Sometimes they get depressed, sometimes they get nervous, sometimes they have an attention issue, sometimes they have some issue at their home or maybe something else. So to bring them to the track and, on the track and enable them to kind of pay attention and grasp those concepts and all that. A loving teacher, a compassionate teacher can do wonders, which AI or robots cannot do.
Right.
Yeah. So that's where I think that's an irreplaceable component of a human teacher.
That's a sigh of relief, I guess, for all the teachers who are watching us. My next question is to Dheeraj sir. The future of education, a lot of debates are happening on the television, on all the platforms, on the podcast, on the Instagram reels, everywhere we are watching. So as a founder of AI, faculty.ai, what you will suggest? What is the future of education right now?
See, I think, with the advent of technology, it is very, very difficult to predict what is happening. Last year, AI was also evolving, and today it is at a very great point. And what is going to happen in the next 1-2 years, it is very, very difficult to predict. But I sit and think that will education be the standard format that we've been seeing for all these years, 10 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2? I don't know. I don't think so. And I also think that degree-based careers may become obsolete. There'll be more skill-based and knowledge-based careers because technology is giving the power of knowledge in everyone's hand.
So it will be teacher-led, student-led, or anything. How you will bifurcate that?
I think it will be knowledge-led. And how do you impart that knowledge with the human values that Durgesh bhai just mentioned? Because teachers also need to mentor their students. They also need to have that. We are all humans, and humans need a heart-to-heart and a human connection. So it will be like knowledge and human values together that will really make the education system in the future, I think.
So I guess teachers plus AI co-led, it will grow.
Absolutely.
Right, in all the industries and all the educational fraternities, right?
Absolutely. Humans are not going anywhere. In fact, I think AI is going to create different and new opportunities for humans.
Wow. What was the idea behind faculty.ai, as you are a founder and CEO? So please elaborate.
Yeah,
that a
sure.
little.
So I've always been, I think, blessed with the insight that, we started doing experimentation in AI for the last 2.5, 3 years. And, I saw a problem in my son's personal coaching. He was taking coaching from teachers, with all due respects. Sometimes the teacher was not available on Zoom. Sometimes the teacher methodology he was not understanding that. Sometimes, teachers also humans, no? Humans have their emotions, they have their ups and they have their downs and they have their stresses. and that impacts the student. So then I thought, there has to be a solution where the teacher is important, but the basic concepts and personalized learning and learning at your own pace can be solved by technology. So that is what we started experimenting, and we started getting appreciation. And then we joined hands with Durgesh by IIT PK. And now so many students are getting the benefit of it.
Lovely. That's really nice. And when I guess you have solved the issue at home,
Yeah.
so you have the first-hand experience
Absolutely,
of it.
absolutely.
Such a nice father, I must say. He must be happy. Everyone talks about personalized learning, Durgeshji. So what does personalization actually means in practice? Because in primary education, I believe so, one teacher can actually pay attention to 40 kids aram se, but as we grow older, it becomes very hectic because the subjects are vast. The teenage also comes in between. So personalization के बारे में आप क्या बताएंगे?
See, I will tell you from my experience based on handling students from 8th to 12th. So, as students grow in that zone, 8th to 12th, what happens is that there are skilled teachers who can easily handle a group of 25, 40 students very nicely. They can teach in a generalized way so that everybody can understand, everybody can see the board, they can write good notes, they can have good interaction with the teacher. An approachable teacher can make the whole lecture very exciting, interesting, interactive, so that students get a feeling that I have understood. Teacher also gets a feeling that they have understood. Both live in a different illusion. Now, the illusion breaks when they actually are subjected to tests based on the content. And here is where actually those hidden spots, those blind spots are there. Blind spots for students, blind spot for the teacher. And if the child goes through some quiz at home, he or she, everybody will have they were all nodding their head in the class. They were all felt that we understood everything in the class. But when they started giving the test based on what was taught, they realized, Arey, this I have not understood. This is something where I am weak. Now, each student has a different set of weaknesses, a different set of learning gaps. How do you kind of plug all of that? A teacher cannot go to the next class and say that, oh, मैं last time ये पढ़ाया था, आप यहाँ पे अटके हो, तुम यहाँ पे अटके हो. The one whole lecture or maybe more will go just for revising that.
Yeah.
So this is where AI will do the job of, kind of cementing the understanding for each and every student. वो जो learning gaps रह गए हैं, जो voids है, उसको fill करने का काम AI बहुत खूबी से करता है. And हर एक के लिए अलग तरीके से करता है. And AI, the platform will remember about the student also. कि last time आपने यहाँ पे गलती करी थी, उसी से connected यहाँ पे है. It's a very personalized learning pathway. This is like having an individual teacher with you all the time.
Wow.
So this is where AI ka personalization really works. It also helps in analysis of tests, also for doubt solving. Everybody will have different doubts. Some they can ask to the teacher. Some मैं अभी lecture attend करके रात को घर पे गया. That's when I thought, I didn't understand this. I should ask a doubt. Where do I ask? I can't call my teacher at 11 o'clock in the night and ask a doubt. So at that time, this platform will immediately answer the doubt. It will explain the concept. It will also give him some practice questions based on it, some flashcards for it. So things become more exciting, interesting, and if the user interface is beautiful, like the way it is for AI faculty.ai, and we gamify it by giving them some rewards, batches, winning some kind of stuff, students feel engaged and they look forward to using the platform more and learning out of it.
Okay,
learning becomes fun.
That is the most important thing. Gaining knowledge, it shouldn't be a heavy task for everyone. It should be fun, right? So understanding the concept and understanding the gaps in learning is really easily solved with the AI. So sir, I want to ask the next question as we are going ahead. How can AI help students in learning without feeling them that they are left behind? How, as an average student or somebody who is like little shy, don't want to participate in the classroom activity, but still want to utilize the utmost potential or the intellect he or she has. So how AI can help in that?
Sure. I think that's a very valid question. See, conventional technology platforms were built in a certain way that the student had to adapt to the platform. But now with personalized learning and deep data analytics, the platform adapts to the pace and the strengths and weaknesses of the student. So, and the student can learn, it's 24/7. Student can learn at their own availability, at their own pace. What is really a bothering topic for them, they can spend more time on that. So that is how a shy student who does not have the confidence, or I was a shy student, I would not ask questions. and I would be left behind, so but now if I had AI at that time, I think I would have gained much more knowledge than what I have today. It was really solved a lot of problems for me.
So, understanding concept and taking it seriously and understanding the concept itself with the help of AI. So, how the collaboration with AI faculty.ai is going on right now as the conceptual understanding is becoming easier and less heavy?
Yeah, so we have started using this platform, and there are many interesting stories. One of the stories is that there was a student who simply hates that particular subject. There is a subject in general organic chemistry, GOC jisko bolte hain. He perhaps didn't understand because he didn't like the teacher, or maybe he was not writing the notes right, he didn't follow it up properly, or maybe he had a bias for chemistry, whatever
Yeah, and it must be his bad day.
bad day. So when he started using the platform, he found that there are many interesting 3D models. There are interesting the language is different. Language is very simple to understand. And for every small little subtopic, there is a flashcard, there is a quiz to test his understanding.
Okay.
So this bit by bit understanding approach helped him. So he started taking interest in the subject. Still, he has not developed to a great extent. He has started using it about a couple of months ago, but there is significant improvement. He has started engaging with the subject. This kind of mental block which he had against this topic now is gone.
Oh.
Now at least he has started learning it. He listens to the lecture more actively, and my teacher also, my human teacher, also reported, अरे वो तो ध्यान नहीं देता था मेरे क्लास में, वो भी lecture miss करता था. अभी वो रोज आता है और front में बैठ के लिखता है notes.
Wow.
So this difference we have seen. So as he rightly said, those who are lagging behind, they can also come in the mainstream, provided they start getting help from AI. It is like a collaboration. It's a collaborative approach.
That must be lovely to you to know all this, right?
Yeah.
So AI is actually helping to boost the confidence of the students. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think it is because, again, coming back to me, I was not a great student, 7th, 8th standard. I was average or little less than average. But then all of a sudden in 7th, 8th standard, I developed a liking towards certain subjects and started putting more attention.
Achha.
And every time the teacher would ask a question, I was like this, I'm ready to answer. And then I realized, because of knowledge, I'm getting that confidence in
Yeah,
the
of
class.
course.
So AI is doing that, when you know the answer, when you know that you prepared, obviously you're going to feel more confident.
Of course, and publicly accepting that, it also gives another kind of relaxation and reward to the student, to boost his or her confidence. That's wonderful. What makes this platform fundamentally different from other generic AI tools which are there in the market? Specifically, we are talking about AI faculty.ai.
So the way we built platform is we've taken a lot of input from respectable people like Durgesh ji. We've done a lot of research and we try to make it much more personalized.
Okay.
When you go to a chat GPT, yes, it will give you answers, but it takes answers from across the internet. But this is like staying within the guardrails of the curriculum, making it more personalized, giving data analytics, understanding where you are weak, understanding what is your strength, and giving you that input and giving the faculty that data so the faculty can really spend more time on your weaknesses. That is not available in generic platforms.
Right.
This is more personalized and you will not find that because you don't get the analytics in generic LLMs, Yeah.
Right.
And parents are also keen to know.
Right, of course.
Because there are so many parents, they are not from engineering background or from medical background. They don't know our subjects. But my child is studying, but he's not improving. So they don't know what's going wrong. So when they use this platform, they can actually understand that, and the platform gives them a feedback. So this analytics part is, I feel, is the most crucial part. That's the differentiating factor. Otherwise, the child can engage with ChatGPT and Gemini and ask any questions besides the studies. And also, the analytics are not available. Teacher doesn't know what he has interacted. But here, every chat will be seen by the teacher, by the institute, by the parent. So there is visibility. And because there is visibility, the analytics get generated. And analytics are useful. Then if the parent will also use it wisely, teachers will use it wisely, the institute will use it wisely. But if they use their LLMs like ChatGPT, we don't know what conversation they have had unless they share the conversation with us.
Right.
So this is a very big difference.
I guess this curated data for everyone to have benefit. It's a wonderful thing or facility by this platform. So my next question is particularly to you. As IIT PK has been guiding students about JEE and NEET since decades, since 24 years. So how is AI specifically changing JEE and NEET preparations? Because a lot of students are gonna give that in next year's exam.
Yeah, basically coaching is something which we do.
Right.
Teaching, doubt difficulties, counseling, testing, lot of curated study material is at their disposal. But students iska upyog kaise kar rahe hain
Right.
ghar pe? Because they are coming to us for 3.5 hours, 4 hours per day. The remaining 20 hours, they are on their own.
Right, and mostly scrolling reels.
Scrolling reels and maybe whatever else they're doing. And even if they're studying, whether they're studying right or not, this platform, even if they engage for 1 hour in a day, they don't have to engage for hours together. Because, screen time bahut zyada nahi karna.
Right.
So therefore, even 1 hour in a day, we get to understand as to what are their learning gaps. And if they have any doubts, they can immediately ask and get it clarified. So this limited usage of the platform can actually help them lots to get their concepts cleared. And concepts are at the heart of cracking all these JEE, NEET and all these exams. And because the concepts are not clear, because they don't have enough problem solving practice, that's where students don't do well in these exams. So if these learning gaps day by day, week by week, month by month, if they get cleared, there's a very big difference that you will see over a period of 2 years.
Wow.
So जो student 100 marks मिला रहा था, let's say 300 में से JEE mains में, that student can actually score up to 200 marks, can double his score. And by doubling his score, he can get his complete prospects change.
That's really wonderful. It amazes me.
उतना potential है.
हाँ, it amazes me to the core that with less time involvement, bigger the data we are getting, and also student is feeling way more confident than the earlier times, I would say. So will it help, sir, to reduce the anxiety while giving exam? Because पढ़ाई कितना भी कर लो, when we write the paper, दिल में धक धक तो सबके होता है.
वो तो होता ही है. But as Dheeraj ji rightly said, that knowledge builds confidence.
Right.
And a confident person has lesser tendency or propensity to be anxious in the exam. This anxiety comes because of vulnerability. Vulnerability comes because I know I don't know so much. I am lagging these skills. Usme se kuch aaya to. That kind of insecurity triggers anxiety.
Right.
So the moment you are more confident and you have a greater grip on the syllabus, you are less likely to be anxious. थोड़ा सा एंजाइटी, थोड़ा सा स्ट्रेस एग्जाम के समय वो भी हेल्दी है, लेकिन वो एक इनिशियल लेवल का. But once the exam starts, then he becomes comfortable because he has the knowledge.
Okay, that's wonderful. So my next
Knowledge
question,
is power.
I agree. So my next question goes in that flow itself. Can AI helps to create a stress-free coaching ecosystem?
Yes, of course. I feel so because देखो स्ट्रेस कहाँ होता है बच्चों को, कंपैरिजन से होता है एक दूसरे के साथ. मुझे कुछ समझ में नहीं आया, उसको समझ में आया, इससे होता है. थ्री इडियट्स डायलॉग.
Competitive students always feel like that.
Yeah. And वो होता है ना, वो मतलब फ्रेंड फेल होता है तो दुख होता है, बट फर्स्ट आता तो ज्यादा दुख होता है. So that kind of psychology. So there is this peer pressure. That is the biggest reason why students get into all this anxiety and this stress. And secondly, समझ में नहीं आया है, फिर मैं कैसे इसको रिस्पॉन्ड करूंगा एग्जाम में, फिर पेरेंट्स को क्या बताऊंगा, एंड ऑल दैट, एंड देयर एंटायर इमेज दे सी दैट देन will crumble in front of their peers and friends. So all this triggers stress, nothing else. So if they get again more empowered with AI, get more knowledge, more understanding of concepts, and if they are shy to ask questions to teachers, they can always ask the AI and get the doubts cleared. So this is a very comfortable environment ecosystem where they can ask their doubts, the system will not judge the child.
Right, that's very, very important.
The platform will be very kind to the child, will empathize with the child.
I guess you can ask a question 100 times and still the platform will answer.
Patiently
Like,
answer.
Not get pissed like any other teacher, right?
Yes.
I guess that's very relieving as an emotional student or a learner, I believe.
And 24/7 available.
That's wonderful.
You only need internet facility.
Dheeraj sir, what do you think that does AI is gonna make students more smarter or more dependent on AI?
I think every technology has to be used in the correct way. Technology can be used to create, the purpose of technology is to create comfort and convenience. But if you use it unwisely, it can also lead to destruction. So AI has to be used responsibly, ethically, and to answer one of your previous questions, when a student goes on a generic platform, there is very high chances of getting distracted.
True.
So, you're asking about education, all of a sudden, it's like, which is the, taking a movie review, possibly. You can get distracted. But here with AI that is created specifically you with guardrails of the curriculum, it is very good usage of your time. So in 1 hour, can you study equivalent of 4 hours? So that is how AI will make you much more smarter. At the same time, we don't want to take away the thinking ability of the student. The student should always be able to think. We need smarter people and intelligent technology.
So, limited time. I mean,
Right.
because we always have this point which we tell students, writing time to reading time to screen time. In a given day, student has to regulate. So screen time should be just 10-15% of your total work. And the platform that this is having has very high ROI. 1 घंटा यूज करो उसका 3-4 घंटे का फायदा हो जाता है. हाँ, तो it is that kind of use because उतना data आता है ना.
Any student have shared any experience with you, sir? If you can elaborate.
See, I mean,
When you
there are many
actually-
experiences, but generally what they have realized is that their overall study time, जो 6 घंटे का था, they are now suddenly finding that by adding 1 hour, let's say, of AI and 5 hours of their normal studies, this 1 hour has actually made our 5 hours very easy to navigate. So I think this is the biggest feedback which I have received so far. Because पहले the 6 hours itself was a struggle and they were not knowing how to navigate through those 6 hours comfortably. यहाँ पे they have some benchmark, 1 घंटा AI, 5 घंटा ये करते हैं. एक तो balance रहता है, unnecessary excessive use नहीं है because the platform doesn't allow you to use more than that much amount of time. 1 घंटे के बाद वो बोलता है अभी बहुत हो गया, अभी next day.
Right. So, how do students use AI or their average uses of AI tells them about their growth? Responsibility बढ़ती है students की और या फिर वो ज़्यादा dependent हो जाते हैं? अगर आपने ये platform create किया है, so what is your vision towards it?
See, self awareness बढ़ाता है AI. By giving you the data कि आप यहाँ पे weak हो, आप यहाँ पे, and like we've been saying, it is personalized. AI में भी आप स्टूडेंट, आप एग्जाम ले रहे हो, आप एक क्विज ले रहे हो, तो वो आपके वीकनेस के हिसाब से आपको क्विज देगा. वर्सेस अ इंटेलिजेंट स्टूडेंट हु नोज मोर अबाउट द टॉपिक, नॉट इंटेलिजेंट, उसको थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट क्विज देगा. सो इट इज ऑल्सो अंडरस्टैंडिंग योर पर्सनल जर्नी. So that is very, very important. So it is going to make you more self-aware. What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? Acha, this is my weakness. I need to work more upon it. This is my interest. This is why I don't want to do this. I want to put more time on this subject because this is my strength. Maybe today is also the time of focusing on your core competency. I like physics more. I want to become the best in physics. And maybe I don't want to put attention on chemistry. I'm just making a generic example because like we spoke, the education system is going through a paradigm shift.
True.
So focus on your strengths and become the best at it. That is also a possibility because you have the data and that self awareness that ये मैं और ज़्यादा अच्छे से कर सकता हूँ और यहाँ पे मुझे करना नहीं है possibly.
Sir, as we are moving ahead on the discussion, AI and education, but of course, I am a working professional. I use AI. I use all the social media platforms for my work, about media, education or any other thing. And the only thing I hate about it, the excessive screen time, So as an adult, if I feel the stress of it, I believe so all the parents and the students are also must be thinking that excessive use of AI will also increase the screen time. So what is your advice and experience regarding it?
Excessive screen time is a deterrent. I mean, it's a very detrimental for students' academic progress, especially doom scrolling. So this is a very bad habit, and if students indulge in it for prolonged periods, it will definitely have an adverse impact on their studies. So therefore, we have introduced an electronic intervention only. So this is, we are encouraging them to use screen time for just 1 hour. So this AI faculty.ai is just 1 hour a day. It's not for an entire day. Yeah, doubt difficulties, they have some tools which they can use anytime, 24/7. But this platform is only for 1 hour. So therefore, and we have always advised students to follow their key ratio. So writing time to reading time to screen time 60% to 20-25% reading to 10-15% screen time. This ratio they have to maintain. So if they are supposed to study for JEE NEET, a student has to study 6 to 10 hours a day.
Of course.
So if 1 hour is just AI platform and maybe some another half an hour, 1 hour is some other videos which they have given to watch, rest of it is writing and solving problems and reading. So this way everything gets balanced out. I mean, there is a risk. If there is a platform given which has unlimited access, full day they can be on the platform, there is a risk of excessive screen time. Current, see, ultimately क्या होता है कि for a student to develop problem solving ability, the student has to solve problems and himself or herself and think himself or herself. Ready-made answers, if as AI makes it available, or if it it is used for just kind of being lazy and not really putting in their own effort, that will again be adversely affecting the student's progress. So AI should be used where your human intellect or stuff cannot really match, or to shorten your time. These places AI is a very good way to use. But if the student is using it for, I mean, as a lazy tool to copy or cheat in exams, or to just, because today or tomorrow I have to submit my homework, I don't want to do it, and let me just get ready-made answers from AI and just put it and plug and play, that would not be a very good thing. But in this platform, even if the child does that, it will be seen by the faculty.
Right. That's wonderful, actually. I guess everything is moderated for the benefit of the children and the students. Another question, my curious mind cannot stop me from asking is, now we see on the internet that people are using AI to cheat on the interviews. So, using AI in the education system will increase the cheating for the students?
It potentially can. See, AI is a technology. Technology is a two-edged, double-edged sword. It can be used, it can be abused. So somebody can misuse it and use it for, increasing their marks in tests, in quizzes, gaming an interview. All this is possible. Technically possible. But then if there are proctoring tools available within the AI platform, if whatever the child engages with the platform is visible to parents, to teachers, to the institution, then the probability of misuse is much lesser, because the student knows I am being watched. It's like we know that there is a CCTV, then your behavior is different.
Right.
like
If the camera is on, our behavior is different.
Our behavior is different, exactly. So that's why we are making the student use this entire platform more consciously. And if they use this more consciously with greater awareness, then chances of misuse are very minimal.
Okay.
Yeah. And if they do that, still they can be detected.
Yes, of course, and they have to interact with the human teacher then.
Of course.
That's really wonderful. So, sir, Dheeraj sir, I have this next question. How can AI-powered education system will be inclusive and accessible, for average students, or it will just benefit the toppers only? So, what is your analysis of it?
See, every time there is a technology revolution, it creates a level playing field. It brings every opportunity on one platform to across the board. So for example, students, let's look at rural India. Okay, they are watching videos on YouTube, fine, that's great. But that is one way. It is not interactive. But here, with the help of AI, which is available on their laptop, mobile phone, they can interact, they can ask their personal doubts, and they can really get answers and understand about themselves. So it is an all-inclusive technology available for all. And we've been very conscious, we worked very closely with Durgesh ji and the team, and we've tried to keep the cost level that it is affordable. It should not be like AI is only for the super rich and the others cannot afford it. So we've really cracked the code, what is important, what is a must have and what is a good to have, and what is like, ye mila to theek, nahi mila to theek. So we've done all those things, and then we brought a solution to life.
Okay, I believe so. Then accessibility is easy. Any student, as Durgesh ji have mentioned, that this tool is going to access the data and the speed of understanding and the time of understanding. So it will be really beneficial for average to smarter people and also to parents. So while you were creating this application or the tool, what was your thought behind it, about the analysis of the uses and the time? Because I guess so in today's times, time is money, right? You phone पे use करो, नहीं तो कहीं और खेलो कूदो, but you are investing on yourself. So with the help of AI, so थोड़ा उसके बारे में बताइए.
See, one way of learning is reactive learning. But with the help of AI, you can have more proactive learning. That is a very, very important aspect. We also spoke about screen time. See, you can, like you said, doom scrolling. You can keep doing that versus you use that time on the screen to become more intelligent or to grow, like you said, for self growth. So that is a very, very good, the best ROI of time. And 45 minutes में 1 घंटे में 4 घंटे का पढ़ाई अगर हो सकता है, so I think that is the most efficient time of your usage of your personal time.
Wow, that's wonderful. I guess IITPK and AI faculty.ai का जो ये collaboration है, it will go really long and students will get benefit from it. My next question is to Durgesh ji. Will future coaching institutes complete on AI capability in addition to the faculty quality?
It should, because if AI is going to make so much of a difference potentially, and we should expect that it will be a game changer technology. It will boost scores of students if it is used in the right way, and therefore ultimately coaching institutions compete for marks, ranks, percentiles. So therefore, if this technology is going to help students grow in confidence, make life and the entire studies simpler, easier, more enjoyable. So they get to study more, they get to score more marks, they're going to do well. So there will definitely be this component. So we can actually see that final score जो आया, उसमें human contribution कितना था and maybe AI contribution कितना था. There will be 2 components to it.
Okay.
So any institution where the AI component of the score or rank is 0, obviously they will lag behind. And those whose AI component is also as good as the human component, they will grow. Definitely, both these technologies will be required. I don't think, so far in the last whatever number of years, maybe 40, 50 years since coaching is happening in India, only humans were there. The technological intervention was very superficial. Let me also tell you one more point which I would like to add regarding this AI faculty.ai. See, most of these platforms which claim that they are using AI, there is content at the heart of their platform, and on top of it they are using AI. Here it is the other way around. Here AI is at the heart of the platform. It's a native AI platform. So there's a personalization engine at the heart of the platform, and on top of it there is enough content. You can put as much content as you want, but the heart and the engine is the personalization AI engine. So therefore this is a totally unique platform. This kind of platform, there may be more, but very few are being actually used for education and JEE and NEET. So this is why the effects and the impact is so much more. So it will definitely boost marks and ranks, and therefore in the future everybody will get to know कि ऐसा भी करना है. So this is also another way to do it. And there will be competition amongst coaching institutions.
Of course, and AI-friendly teachers we will need, I believe.
Yeah, definitely.
My next question is to Dheeraj sir. What operational areas inside coaching institutes can AI improve the most? Running a coaching institute in a bigger city is, of course, not an easy task. You have to deal with parents on everyday basis, I must say sometimes. So what is your guidelines toward that?
See, I think coaching institutes, according to my understanding, Durgesh bhai, correct me if I'm wrong, the main value driver is the faculty. Content is there, no doubt about it. But the faculty is who unlocks the value proposition when it comes to the education workflow or ecosystem. And there is a big challenge in getting great faculty today. Of course there are very, very good faculties, but at the same time there's lesser faculties also. True. So can AI fill that gap? Can AI empower the faculty to handle more? So today a faculty is handling say 100 students, but with the help of AI being judiciously used and with the help of data analytics, can the faculty manage 1,000 students? So our goal is 10x for the faculty and 10x learning for the student also.
Okay.
So we're trying to solve that issue that, personalized learning and giving more power, empowering the faculty to reach more students and solve doubts and really give personalized attention to the student also, helping the student really come up. That is one of the main goals that we have.
In terms of AI integration, as I know that giving test or solving a problem, उससे सबको डर लगता है. We always fear, that okay, there is a surprise test and everything. So how it is integrated in the platform?
So like I told, it's like the AI knows your strengths and weaknesses. So based on the questions that you're asking, आप क्या पूछ रहे हो, आप कितना जल्दी आंसर दे रहे हो, वही क्वेश्चन पे आप कितना टाइम स्पेंड कर रहे हो, वो हिसाब से AI will give you say simple test. It'll be, you'll have flashcards. You solve that doubt and then you go to you develop your confidence कि हाँ ये मैंने clear कर लिया. Now I go to the next level. It is not going to give you, for example, to make it easy for one to understand, एक पहली के बच्चे को 10वीं का एग्जाम नहीं मिलेगा. पहली के बच्चे को पहले का मिलेगा, वो पास होने के बाद सेकंड का एग्जाम मिलेगा उसको. Because AI knows your strengths and weaknesses. That is a very, very big thing in testing and quizzing.
That is true. And secondly, it will identify the weak areas, and learning gaps. So that is remedial learning is about that. And it's not just identifying the weak areas and leaving it at that. It's not just a diagnostic tool. It's also a tool to remedy that weaknesses. So there will be micro learning modules which will be generated by the platform to address that particular weakness. This is something very unique. Because otherwise there are some standard content available for students for everything, but this content will also get personalized for the student depending on the kind of diagnostics that this whole thing does. So if the child is having, let's say, A, C and E as weak areas, it will develop a micro learning model only to address A, C and E. So therefore this kind of remedial learning, this is called remedial learning. So student is participating, engaging with the platform, does some questions, the platform understands कि इस बच्चे का ये weak है, तो बराबर वही concepts को remedy करने के लिए एक module बनाएगा, वो type का questions देगा, that child becomes strong in that particular area.
Wow.
So this is very powerful because जहाँ weak है वहीं पे वो attack करेगा, वहाँ पे उसको strong करेगा.
Wow.
So the whole persona becomes strong there.
Also, academic planning, maybe AI can help a lot,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
And most importantly, I said that coaching institute mein parents communication is an important role. So in that manner, how this platform is going to help
Parents को बहुत अच्छा feedback मिल जाता है.
Yeah, without asking to teachers, right?
Yeah, and that's why I said the scalability happens, because if we realize that okay, now we can, as teachers or an institution, we can do so much more, we can address many more students, because with this AI avatar and stuff like which is possible, one teacher's so many different digital avatars can actually do a lot of things.
Yeah.
So this will enable the same teacher to serve more students. It's not, I'm not talking of teaching everything. Teaching ke liye, of course, that the human teacher is only needed. But for so many doubts, so many other mentoring, so many other aspects, this particular tool can really help to scale.
Okay. We are moving ahead in the era of AI. What future unfolds, we don't know. But 5 years from now, what will be the stage of a classroom or coaching institute look like, because of AI?
See, I think education is constantly evolving. So, there's a lot of students today don't even go to school. There's like homeschooling has become so common. So what is going to happen in the next 5 years is really mind-boggling. क्या होने वाला है, कैसे होने वाला है, but it is really going to be the next level of evolution and very, very, I think it's going to build a very prosperous society. मुझे ऐसे लगता है AI is going to create new opportunities, new skills, new jobs, and it's going to really help the world go to the next level.
Wow, I hope so, whatever achievements we have did in 1 or 2 years so far, the change is very exciting. If used correctly, what is the single biggest opportunity AI can create for Indian education? So as you have created this platform and you're already collaborating with lots of people and institutes, so what you will answer about it?
See, I think India is one of the youngest countries.
Right.
We have the maximum youth population. And if we empower them with knowledge using technology, I think India is going to be the superpower. The world is looking at India. MNCs are coming to India. They want a small piece of the market share of India. So India is really the place to be. And with technology, if we can empower every Indian who did not have the privilege of getting education, if they become, they are able to scale themselves up, I think there's no stopping to India. India is really going to be the, heart of the world, I would say.
That's a hopeful situation. Sir, there is an interesting segment which I have created. That's a rapid fire round where I'm gonna ask questions. So my first question is, one AI myth in education you strongly disagree with.
AI will replace teachers.
What is your answer?
Yeah, AI will replace teachers.
Oh God. Fear me. One thing AI does better than humans in education.
Personalization.
Okay. One thing humans will always do better than AI.
Empathy.
Ah, what an answer. AI in education in one sentence.
AI in education is a huge boon.
It's personalization plus gamification.
One habit students must develop in the AI era.
They should not stop thinking and doubt solving. They should not lose their creativity.
Lovely. Curious mind always wins.
I think they should start using AI without any prejudices.
Nice. One mistake coaching institutes should avoid while adopting AI.
They shouldn't give excessive screen time to students.
One word describing the future of education.
Most exciting time.
It's a revolution.
Wow, revolution. So we have discussed a lot about AI and education, but on the conclusion, I want to ask both of you, tell me, AI is a bane or boon? What will be your one conclusion for our message to all our viewers?
I think AI is inevitable. If we don't use AI, we're going to be left behind. People, companies, organizations, countries that are adapting AI, they will have a huge competitive advantage. See, today the biggest opportunity is leveraging or creating opportunities from the raw unstructured data, and that data is coming on the table because of AI. So we cannot lose that opportunity. We have to use it judiciously. We have to use it responsibly, ethically, no doubt about it. But AI is definitely a boon, I think.
Wow. What would be your message to everyone, sir?
I feel that, if AI is used responsibly, judiciously, it's a boon. It's a very big boon. That's why I said at the start of the show that this is the best time in the last 10,000 years for anyone to be a student of anything. So it will initiate a revolution, a silent revolution of anytime, anywhere, anything learning. So you can learn anything, anywhere because of this AI. And that's why, as Dheeraj rightly said, that the future of the job market wouldn't be degree based or you're from so-and-so university or from so-and-so place. It will be knowledge and skill based, because this AI is going to democratize the propagation of knowledge and education and skills across the world. Anybody can learn it and anybody can, get it. So it's anytime, anywhere, anything knowledge and technology knowledge.
Dheeraj sir, this question is for you. AI faculty AI is your idea, your child, I must say, in the booming AI world. So tell me the concept behind it, how this idea occurred to you.
So like I said, it started from a home problem. When my son was struggling to get the attention and the time of teachers, and I also saw that teachers' personal issues was affecting his education, his studies. And I've always been a technology pro person. So like, what can technology do here? How can we bring technology? Can we create a digital avatar of the teacher? So my son knows he's learning from the teacher, of course with the permission of the teacher. And when there is a need for a real teacher, the teacher is available. So it is augmenting people and technology today. And there are thousands and thousands and thousands, maybe millions of students who are not getting the benefit of personalized coaching, personalized mentoring, because there is a constraint of bandwidth of good teachers, and so let technology solve the problem. And then our research and POCs, and one thing led to the other. And now we have a platform which is really helping students learn at their own pace, empowering teachers to give more personalized attention to students. At the same time, we've created parent dashboards. The parent can also monitor what's happening with their child, and the institute can also see what are the teachers doing and what are the student doing. So all getting that data on one unified platform to create value across all stakeholders.
That's really unique, I believe so. And also the time actually will need to collect all this data, and now it is available on one click. It's also
See, I really want to commend on Durgesh ji's forward thinking. Every time I've spoken to him, I've realized that he's always forward in terms of thinking in terms of time. He has always been open to adapting technology, and at the heart of it, he's like, I want to give my students the best. And he understands that faculty is irreplaceable. So that was the first bang. He's like, a lot of companies today say AI first. He said, no, faculty first, empowered with AI.
wow.
So that was like a very, struck a chord somewhere that this is the right attitude. And like this is the best collaboration and create more value together.
That's lovely. And of course, with this experiment and also this exciting thing about learning, education, technology, and also involving teacher, parents, students together with the help of AI will bring us a wonderful future and success to our students.
Definitely.
Yes,
Definitely.
absolutely.
I believe so. That was much of a download for me as well while interacting with two genius people who are working in the technology and education field so far. Sir, it was really, really exciting and, insightful for me and for all our viewers to understand about IIT-PK's collaboration with AI faculty.ai. I wish you all the best from all of us, and thank you so much for interacting
Thank
with
you
us.
so much.
Thank you so much for
here.
having us here.
If you are watching this interview right now, so let me know how you felt about it. आपके कुछ सवाल है, so do comment us and do reach out to Campus Dekho AI, aifaculty.ai and IIT PK. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter, and also let us know your questions. And thank you so much. And of course, this interview is taken by Tejashri. Signing off. Bye-bye.